Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, lovely students, and welcome to our science class. Today is Wednesday, and the date is the 24th of February 2021. We are still learning about fossils, but today in our new lesson, let me tell you something. When you want to say a story, if you are going to tell me a story about yourself long time ago, how you are going to tell it? How you are going to tell me? Tell me about yourself when you were a little. Something happened, something special you remember, something maybe a party you had when you were little, or a place you went. Hi, Jory, tell me.
I know.
Jory used to tell me things about herself when she was with Lin Khalawi. You remember Lin? You were a little with Lin? Yes. Can you tell me something now? Okay. Anything. Do you have pictures of you? I don't need to see it right now. I just want to ask you, do you have pictures of you and her together? Okay. At what time you were? What age you were?
KG2.
KG2. How old you were?
4.
4. So when you was 4, you used to go to KG with Lian. Okay, do you remember something special that happens? Okay, guys, once you want to tell a story about something long time ago, you usually start when I was 3 or when I was 4 years old. I had my first toy, for example, or I had my first trip to America, or I visited Dubai when I was 8 years old. See? Tell me something, ya Fairuz, please, tell me.
When I was 3 years old, I went to Dubai.
Nice. When you was 3 years old, you went to Dubai. What about you, Amal?
No,
Tell me
miss,
something.
and then I went again.
Oh, nice, Fairuz. Very good. Dubai is a really lovely place to
I
go.
went 4 times there.
Everyone,
I
wallahi,
went
needs
3
to
times
travel
to Dubai.
these days. Okay, let's see, Amal. Tell me something about you, Amal.
I don't have anything right now.
Any memory when you were 5? You remember when you were 5 years old?
I know when I was 5 years old.
When I was 5 years old, my mom made for me a party at my school.
Nice. Do you have pictures?
I think
I do.
so.
Oh, don't bring it now. I just want to ask you. So, whenever you want to tell a story about yourself, you will remember the age, and sometimes you will say, Miss, I'm going to bring you a picture. I'm going to show you. This is when I was 4 years old, or this is when I was 5 years old. This is my mommy. She made for me a party. These are my friends, and you are going to tell a story. Now, paleontologists, what do? They keep fossils or they dig for fossils. Why? They're just like our pictures because they tell a story about something. They will tell you the age of it, what the time it was over there, and how was the weather over there. So paleontologists are they like telling stories. Today we're gonna see the story about ancient Earth. Okay, so what was ancient Earth like? Let's see today our slides, okay? And reopen your cameras later. I don't like to give my class without looking at your beautiful faces. Thank you, lovelies.
Aunt Georgia is a paleontologist. She spends part of her time researching and writing, but Aunt Georgia's favorite part of her job is when she is on a dig. She and her team carefully excavate fossils and remove any dirt or rock from them. Then the team studies each fossil to see what they can learn about the organism and its environment. Click the hotspots to see some of the team's recent discoveries. Then, when you're ready to continue your journey into the past, click Next.
So we are going to a journey to the past, and we are going to learn about these fossils from the team that went with Aunt Georgia. Let's see the first one over here.
This is one of the first fossils the team found. It's a fern. Look at the trees in the area. They don't look anything like this fern. That's because ferns like to grow where it is warm and moist. It was actually very cool and dry when Aunt Georgia was digging. This fossil gives her a clue that the climate was much different during the time the fern was alive.
See, now this is the first information she can get from a fossil, that the climate was very different from nowadays. Nowadays, what do you see? Is it warm and sunny or what? What do you think the climate around over here? What is it?
It's cold and snowy.
Excellent, it is cold and snowy. And from the fern, we know that ferns, they do not live in cold and snowy places. They need warm and sunny places. So this is the first clue that she can learn from this fossil. When you dig for fossils or you try to find fossils, what do you remove? You remove all the sand and small pieces of rock, so you can see the shape of the fossil and you learn about it. So this is the first clue to the story that you want to know. Now let's see the second one.
This is my favorite find. It's an Archaeopteryx fossil. Can you see its wings? Archaeopteryx was one of the earliest birds on Earth. Do you think it looks anything like a bird that lives here now? Aunt Georgia says paleontologists can learn a lot by comparing animals that live today with animals that lived many years ago.
So this is an Archaeopteryx. Archaeopteryx look like what? Or what is an Archaeopteryx? From what you heard.
I know.
Yes?
It's the things on this thingy. What is
The
it?
first what? Dinosaur? Cat?
No, the first bones from an archaeopteryx.
From bird. It was the first bird on Earth. Yes, it was the first bird on Earth, but I don't think it looked like a bird. But paleontologists, they already know, they have so much information that they can let them know what is this information is taken. Now let's see the third one.
Aunt Georgia found this footprint. She says it was left in an area that used to be thick mud. This is a clue that the climate was warmer many years ago. Aunt Georgia also wonders how the ground got so muddy. She wonders if a river once ran through the area. She's looking for more clues to support this idea.
So another clue to make sure that the climate was very warm and sunny. So thick mud, usually you can see them in warmer places. And she thinks what might gone through or above this thick mud, maybe a river before or what? So she's trying to put the pieces together so she can have her own story. Let's see.
Welcome to the lesson, What Was Ancient Earth Like? In this lesson, you'll learn how fossils can be used to help us understand the history of Earth's environments. The vocabulary words for this lesson are index fossil and mass extinction. Click each word to learn more about it.
So, why would we learn about fossils? Who can tell me? Why would we learn about fossils?
So we can learn about the past.
Excellent. We learn about the past and
We can learn how much like the fishes or animals changed.
excellent. Very nice. Very cool. Yes, that's right. And also about the history of our Earth.
We know more about them, like how are they changed, and like what did the animals change then?
Exactly. Climate's been changing from one generation to other. Also, animals, they are been changing. Also, creatures. All the creatures, animals, plants, environments, everything is changing. So, over 100 years, do you think we are still the same Earth? No, we are changeable.
No,
so,
Earth was smaller.
smaller?
But then the Earth, yeah.
Really?
Like it was close to each other, not smaller, but like close to each other.
Maybe
like
that's right.
Cities were like
Yes.
close to each other.
Maybe that's right. Maybe. But yes, it's a theory we can test or we can make research about it. It is acceptable, Yatala. So this is why we learn about fossils, and this is why we learn about the history of our Earth, to learn about it and see what are the changes that happens from before until now. So today's lesson is about what was ancient Earth like, and our vocabulary will be index fossil and a mass extinction. Let's see what does that mean.
What would you wear on a trip to Antarctica? You'd need lots of warm clothes because it's cold. If you visited Antarctica 85 million years ago, however, you could wear shorts and a t-shirt. Over the last 85 million years, Antarctica's climate has changed from warm and rainy to cold and dry. This changing climate has changed the types of organisms that can live in Antarctica. It's just one example of Earth's environments changing over time.
Can you believe that? Someone tells you that I've been to Antarctica wearing shorts and tank tops. You would
No,
say,
I can't.
No, how?
exactly. How? You cannot believe them, but they would tell you it's before 85 millions of years. Millions. See? Millions of years. 85 millions, that's very a lot. So Earth can change through millions of years. The climate was sunny, hot, and warm, but nowadays, whoever is going to Antarctica, they are going to wear maybe whatever
All
they
the
have.
jackets in the world.
All the jackets in the world, exactly. It is really cold plates. So the climate change, the environment can change over time. Everything can change over time. So from our lives, you know, when you are sad about something, your mom comes and tell you by time everything will change and everything will be better. Don't worry about it. That's true. That's literally true. Everything will change over time. Nothing will be the same. Even our environment, even our Earth. But Earth and our environment needs millions of years, not 10 years. In 10 years, you can see a change, but not like this change. This is a huge change. From changing climates are not easy. So yes, it takes millions of years, and not 1 or 2 million, it takes 85 or 50 millions of years. So it really needs a lot of time.
Did you know that the continents we live on are moving? Over the past 4.6 billion years, Earth's surface has undergone tremendous changes, and moving continents are one such change. Click play at the points along the bar to learn more about how Earth's surface has changed over time, and how
Okay.
fossils help scientists understand these changes.
So we're not talking about 2 years ago or 10 years ago or even 50 years ago or 100. Yes, we're talking about million and billion years ago. Billion years ago, continents were too far away from one another. Nowadays, they are mostly close to each other, continents. Let's see the video about it. It will show us. And one more thing, guys, scientists, they used fossils to understand these changes. So fossils are really important to understand the history of Earth.
Continents moving on Earth's surface have collided and merged in the past, and the result was a supercontinent called Pangaea. Pangaea formed more than 200 million years ago. Animals that could travel long distances were able to travel to many places across the supercontinent.
Oh, so it was a huge, big one continent, Pangaea. It looks very weird. Doesn't look like our Earth right now. Do you think so?
Yeah.
So when it was one continent, animals could travel from one place to another. And when someone tells you that this cow came from us, you are in India or Asia. So when you are in Asia and someone tells you that this cow came from us from America, you would believe that because it was all one continent. But right now, can you believe it? From America to Asia? Is it possible? A cow can come to us walking?
No, how?
Because why? There is seas between us.
At the beginning, I thought like traveling, anything, but walking, how?
Exactly, yes. Nowadays, it can take the train or the airplane or the ferry, but walking, no, that's impossible. Now let's see what happens later.
Pangaea broke apart into smaller continents. How do we know? We find fossils of organisms, such as reptiles and plants, that couldn't swim across the water between the continents. The only way they could have been separated by large oceans is by the movement of the continents. Scientists concluded that the continents were once joined together and then drifted apart.
Exactly. They were all joined together, but over time they were drifting apart. And how did scientists learn about it? How did they know that this continent was only one piece and later they drift apart? How did they learn about it? How did they know?
By moving
By fossils, because
Excellent, by fossils. They found fossils where?
in the ocean, because they're probably
Excellent.
swimming to
and they
another
don't
continent.
swim.
Excellent, excellent, Marian Tala. Bravo, 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 bravo. Very good. Remember, guys, when I told you that Earth is constantly moving? It is moving all the time, not only around its axis, around the sun.
Let's play tectonics.
Yes, excellent, Yatala. You deserve a clap. Very well, excellent. Yes, by plate tectonics, it is moving all the time. You cannot feel that, but it is happening. And this change takes millions or billions of years to show. Now let's complete this one before the time is up.
The continents continued to slowly drift away from one another, and often they collided with other continents. When continents collide, mountain ranges may form. The Himalayas and Appalachians are mountain ranges that formed when continents collided.
So, this is one result of moving Earth. When continents were moving, one of the results is mountain formation. Mountains are formed because of continent. So when you hear about the mountain Himalaya or Mountain Everest, you know that they came because, or they formed because of what? Two continents are joined together. So when two continents join together, they keep pushing towards each other until they went up high to the sky. So they formed mountain.
Eventually, the continents moved to their present locations. But they haven't stopped. The continents are still slowly moving.
Exactly. So the continents are still moving, but they are slowly moving. So after billions of years, maybe Saudi Arabia will be very cold place. Can you believe Jeddah can have snow?
No.
No,
Like
it's
But
like
that's
maybe
really
after
after
cold.
billions of
billions
years.
of years.
Yes,
We're not going
maybe.
to be there.
Yes, exactly.
Over millions of years, continents can move large distances. Antarctica was once near the equator, and now it's located at the South Pole. Click the highlighted areas to learn how fossils provide evidence of Earth's changing history.
So, Antarctica, where it was near the equator. The equator means it is a little bit warm, sunny, not really cold. So these are the evidence of that information. Fossils looking very cool and they look really awesome and they teach you about the history of this earth or this land. Now let's see these fossils that shows about Antarctica. It was near the equator.
Mesosaurus was an alligator-like reptile that lived in fresh water. Mesosaurus fossils have been found both in Western Africa and Eastern South America. It would not have been possible for Mesosaurus to swim from one continent to the other in their present positions. The location of these fossils on both continents suggests that Africa and South America were once joined together.
Exactly. Have you ever heard this information that North and South America
No.
were joined together? You never heard of it?
No.
Really? Okay, let me tell you about it.
Maybe
They
I
were
heard about it,
joined
but I
together.
forgot.
That's why they are all America. North and South America, they were joined together, but at some point, sometime they become divided and they went apart from one another. And every year not every year, every million year, they move apart a little bit further. So this animal, this fossil was found where it is a kind of alligator was found in North and South, in Africa and South America. So they think that they were close to each other, or maybe adapted to one another.
Velociraptorus fossils can be found in Asia, Antarctica, Africa,
Okay.
and South America.
Okay, really sorry about that, girls. We are going to complete tomorrow. How about our lesson today? Did you enjoy the lesson today?
Yes.
Thank you very much. So it is interesting topic. I would love to learn more about it. We'll complete definitely tomorrow. Your time is up and I will see you inshallah tomorrow. Bye-bye,
Miss, I want to
girls.
show you something.
Have a nice day. Yes, Jody, show me, show me. It's okay. For the rest, if
I'm
you
gonna
want
show
to
you a
leave.
video of me and Lynn trying to teach
Oh,
each other how to eat a marshmallow.
really? Wow. Okay, just let me
Yes.
stop recording, okay? Just a minute. I'm gonna stop recording. Bye-bye recording.